Hello everybody, day 2 of Surfing 2025. It is the afternoon here. We're looking forward to a lot of our main stage sessions happening. My name is Adam Robertson, NASF's Marketing Director, and standing with me is Jeff Boehmer from Columbia Chemical. Jeff, thank you for the time.
Absolutely, appreciate being here.
So Jeff is our Surfing Committee Chair. Jeff, tell us about planning for Surfing. How does that normally go? What was the focus this year?
Yeah, so Surfing, it's a lot to undertake. It is the NASF's biggest fundraiser, so to speak, but it's that opportunity of getting everybody in the industry together under one roof. So being the chairman, there's a lot of I's to dot, T's to cross, right? And we want to make sure that we are creating a program from somebody that's low level or just entering into the surface finishing industry to those that have 50 plus years of experience. So we're trying to encompass all of that in one show.
And how much focus goes into value creation? For those who are here, whether they've been coming for a while, maybe this is their first time here, maybe they're members, maybe they're non-members, regardless of what they're looking to get out of surfing, how much focus goes on the value creation?
So most of the focus is in the value creation. You can see that primarily today. We started our show with our keynote speaker, Laurel Pender, who's from Lockheed Martin and their space program, right? Developing the coatings for the space program. So from that value creation, we really look at what the industry is asking of us, right? So what new technologies are being developed, what new programs are looking for our industry to support them in. So you hear a lot about space exploration, you see a lot more of the space program being privatized. So this was an area of focus for us to make sure that we touched on that. Of course, things that come out of the political environment, you know, the EPA or whether there's other regulations. So we're constantly taking that information year round and making sure that we address it here this week.
Very important to have those topics be relevant to what's actually happening around us. I know that tomorrow we have our public policy update, which should be really interesting, just to make sure that we're all informed about what's going on. At the end of the day, we are a trade association. We're here to really be the thought leaders for our industry, and that's what makes that's what gives value to being a member of NASF. Let's talk about chapters. So you're a member of the Ohio chapter. We talked to Julie Modlick yesterday, who gave us a lot of insights into the strategic plan for the Ohio chapter. But chapters in general, what do our local chapters contribute to national, NASF national?
Yeah, so from the local perspective, we may deal with some things that are different from, let's say, the California chapter, right?
Yeah.
So, but from the local chapter side of things, it's getting the involvement to make sure that we have our members, we're meeting their needs, we're seeing what is important to our region. The importance of the national coming down to the local level is really important for us because we make sure that we're meeting the needs of what we see on the local side of things, but then also that the local chapter has a voice at the national level, and that's what's really important. So we still meet every Wednesday morning on a local level to talk about maybe things going on within our water district, maybe things that are government on the national level. So topics range everything from chemistry all the way to cybersecurity, believe it or not.
So important to have that local or regional view or perspective into what we do at national. So thank you for that insight. You've already mentioned this in so many words, but what would you say to somebody who's watching this video who is not at Surfing this year, maybe has never come to Surfing? Why should they be here?
So you should be at Surfing because of all the content that we put together, right? So as the chairman, as I stated, we really try and make sure that we're providing people that have no idea of what metal finishing or surface finishing is, so offering a program to get that. We also put the program on the technical conference side for those that really want that in-depth understanding of what new technologies or what we're working on. And then of course, it's to recognize we have so many great people that have dedicated their lives to this industry. So recognizing them through our award ceremony, bringing in our people from the government side, the policy update. There's so much to get here within the 3 days that you need to be here. Come back, come next year. and bring people, right?
Absolutely. And next year we'll be right in the same location, so it's a
Absolutely.
perfect opportunity. Bigger picture, NASF goes beyond just surfing, as we've been
Yes.
talking about. Why should companies be members of NASF beyond taking advantage of the member rate to attend?
Absolutely. So, why become a member? There's so much that there is to offer, right? When you talk about a lot of the companies, time is so valuable.
Right.
Just the simple being a member and getting the access to some free educational programs, you know, that takes things off your plate that you can have your employees be a part of and take advantage of. There's also the access to the DC Forum where you can go and meet with our senators. There's also the Leadership Conference, which steers a little bit different from what we do here at Surfin'. So there's so much that we have to offer that becoming a member not only gets us access to these key programs that we offer, but it also helps support our government advocacy, which is a key pillar to what NASF stands for.
Absolutely, 100%. Well, Jeff, thank you so much for your insights, and I'll see you around.
Absolutely. Thank you.